Russia is super cheap. Let's move to Russia. Everything costs so little in Russia. It's been 2 months since we bought our plot here in Russia. I live in a small town in Siberia, and a lot of people often ask how much does it cost to buy a house? How much does it cost to build in Russia? Today I'm going to give you the best breakdown you've ever seen on the internet for prices from building material to tools to labor paid for people to do work for you at your place. Let's break it down. Before I break down materials like this piece of metal here and the wood that we used for this door, I want to talk about the tools because those are the most important things that I've bought, that we've bought. So let's sit down and break down the prices for the tools. Come on, let's go. As we add prices of different objects that we've bought, the prices is just going to be going up and up and up and up on the screen. So we're going to tally it up at the end. You're going to know the price of the plot and all that stuff. So let's get started. We bought 5 pairs of gloves so far, and each pair has cost 70 rubles. 70 rubles for each pair. This lamp here, it's going to be an extension wire with the light. This one costs 700 rubles. The saw cost 500 rubles. We bought 2 locks like these because we needed to change the old ones. This was 300 rubles. We bought 2 of them. We bought 2 hammers. How much were these? 450 rubles for a pair of hammers. Each, sorry. This large extension cord of 50 meters is 2,450. A lot of the things in Russia have the price on them. Like this one here is 160 rubles. The tape measure costs 300 rubles. We bought 2 kilos of nails for 250 rubles and a set of 2 different types of screws. We paid 50 rubles for 100 each. So that's the cost of what I just showed you on the table. These are some very necessary tools. Before we move on to objects that cost a little bit more, let me know in the comment section how much those type of tools cost in your country. The US dollar equivalent should also pop on the screen when I say the prices. So we've bought 3 shovels. Each was 1,200 rubles, okay? Those are for the shovels. We use these shovels all the time. This broom here cost 430 rubles. It is not the kind of broom I like. I like push brooms, but it's what we have. This is 430 rubles. This hoe here cost 1,000 rubles, and the old one of these cost 1,000 rubles too. It was a rake like this, a little bit different quality. That one broke, so that was 1,000, but we had to buy a new head for 550 rubles. This hoe here we found for free. It was on the plot, and I guess they used it to mix cement. But anyways, guys, the total should be on the screen. Is it something that you expected, or did you expect less? Russia is super cheap. Let's move to Russia. Everything costs so little in Russia. That is usually what people say. That's why I'm asking you guys, are the prices that you've been seeing higher or lower than what you expected for Russia? And tell me if it's lower in your country or higher. So here I'm going to show you some interesting things that we had to buy because we put electricity in the cabin, this little cabin. I'm going to break down the pieces for you. And honestly, these things I thought were going to cost a lot more. But you're going to be surprised. I was surprised on the prices of these things. We did this ourselves, and now we have electricity in the cabin. As you can see, I'm charging a power bank here. For the electric, which is really important because we can use tools with that extension cord that I showed you. Look, we have electricity now, and it's a major thing. By the way, this is Ksenia's father. The wires that we use to wire the house, we got for free. This was given to me by a friend. We have 2 plugins. This is one, this is the other. These were 700 rubles each. The flicker for the future light that we mounted on top, which goes here. This was 300 rubles. And then we have two pair of lights. One of them is for the extension cord light, and the other one is for this house or this cabin, basically. And both of these together were 300 rubles. Now, electricity is really important. We're gonna pay about 10, maybe 10, 20 rubles for this month worth of electricity, which is, let's just say 20 cents. And that's really good, all right? Let's go now outside to the most expensive things that we've bought, which is the plot itself and the wood and the manual labor that we paid workers to do, all right? You can see behind me this wall that we put up, and we use some of the wood for the gate. The wood cost 12,600. That's how much it cost us to purchase it, and we built the wall ourselves using the tools that we bought and the materials, okay? The transportation of the wood from the sawmill was 1,200 rubles, and they brought it here and we started working on it. As you can see, the wall extends to this corner, and the gate itself is also built with the same wall. All right, so let's talk about the doors here and how much it costs to make these. So you already know the cost of the wood. Now let's talk about the metal and the latches. The latches, we bought 4 of them, and we found 2 on the property. So it was 4 of them. Each one cost 250 rubles. And these sheet metals, they cost 900 rubles each. So it was 1,800 rubles for both of them. You know, honestly, for me, this was one of the most important projects because we needed to close our plot because dogs like coming in, people like walking in out here in Russia. People like walking in to see what you're doing, and we wanted our privacy from the neighbors and anybody who might be walking around. Now it's time to talk about the price for the actual plot where we're at right now. How much did it cost? Guess if you got to this point in the video and you don't know the price yet, comment down below how much you think it cost. I forgot to mention the manual labor. Behind me is this pile of trash, and there's bricks or cement blocks in the back. We broke this down in a period of 3 days, and some of the trash is still here. Some of it has been hauled away, and there was a lot of trash on this side. There was a shed for cows. Now we broke all of that down ourselves, but we did pay people to haul it out. It was 4 loads. Each load of trash cost 1,500 rubles, and we basically took the majority of it out. Most of the trash on the other side of the plot we took out by wheelbarrow and by hand. In the future, what's rest here, we're going to take it out ourselves on a trailer. So this should be 0 rubles for what's left. Here in Russia, it's an awesome waste management. We take it to a location, they put it on a tractor, and they take it to the dump, and it's basically free as long as we could get it there by ourselves. A lot of you guys who follow this channel may know, but for those who don't, there used to be huge slabs of concrete here. They were insanely heavy. It cost 10,000 rubles to get those out of here. They were a bane of our existence. They took up this entire corner. We weren't able to build this wall because the cement pads were here. We're so glad that they're gone. 10,000 rubles went just for that. And now the biggest price has been the cost of the land, but we also did flatten this because it was like this. And our land extended to that back wall, but it was like basically where that bike is, it started going down. So we took the rest of the land and we pushed it for 14,000 rubles. We paid an operator to take and level out this ground. Now it looks way more beautiful than it was before, and we actually planted a garden all the way at the back with the most fertile land. And now, my friends, the ultimate price, the price of the plot itself was 1,100,000 rubles. All right, that's what we paid for the plot. And now on the screen, let's add everything up and let's put a grand total of how everything cost. Before we talk about the grand total, just know that we have to spend a lot more money this year because we're going to have to build or move the wall from where it is now to where this stick is, all the way to where the neighbor's wall on this side ends. So this is also our land, and we're going to recover it. All of this where I'm walking now is our land. Okay, all of this is gonna be inside of our house. All of this wall shifting sometimes more than 2 meters out, and we're gonna reclaim all of it. You see, that's where the point is on that stick. There's a stick over there that marks the end of our land. Just imagine how much it's gonna cost. We're gonna use this original wall and move it out, but that's gonna be in the future. And just so you know, I am going to start working on the house foundation this year. We're gonna be pushing, hopefully finishing that goal to finish the foundation, and then we're gonna remake another video, just keep adding to the original price. Okay, so let's look at the grand total now. The grand total is on the screen. I don't know it yet because when I edit, I'll have to look at it and it's gonna be a surprise. So comment down below what the total is. Comment the grand total that's on the screen and let me know if you think that's a lot. That's how much we've wasted in 2 months of owning this property. I can't wait to see the replies. I can't wait to see your guys' reactions. I hope you enjoyed the breakdown, the true breakdown of what it costs to live here in Russia. And by the way, add 1,000 more rubles because I got this back brace thing for me because, you know, I'm a little bit hurt and it's good to take care of my body. A lot of people have been saying get one of these. I finally did. So add 1,000 rubles to the grand total and we'll see you next time. I think I just broke the mic.